Shalom and good day all, this is Tehillim29 back again for another indie comic review. And for this indie comic review, I'll be covering King Spawn issue 7. So jumping into first things first, let's look at the cover rating. So does this cover in any way, shape or form have anything in any form of connection to what is happening inside of the story? Sure enough it does, to which I give it a 7 out of 10. I'll now show some of the internal art around the beginning, middle and of course the end, to which we'll get to see some of the things that are happening inside of the story. So as we jump towards the beginning of the story, we have Spawn being chased off and also chasing some people, the hunter and the hunted basically. And some of the things that are happening in the story as he's still looking into the group which is called the Psalm 137 group. Jumping a little bit more into the story, we get a bit of a reunion with Spawn seeing his wife's car, so I believe it's Wanda's car, and it's being attacked. And last but not least, we have one of the characters who is somewhat being used to be raised up to be the killer of Spawn. But take note, this character is actually quite young. We did get to see the character a little bit earlier in the run. So for the internal art, I gave it a 7 out of 10. Jumping into the story, so for the story rating, first things first, did we get any comic references in this particular issue? Yes, we did. We got a Spawn Resurrection issue 1. In the area of time, we got no indication of time, no indication of location. Which it would have been nice to have both of those things. But did it affect the story rating? We'll soon find out. The cast of characters consisting of Spawn, Jason Wynn, the Psalm 37 group. We also had Terry. Then we ended up encountering something a little bit different in this story, to which we got to see some usernames. I've written down some of the usernames that showed up in this, but not all of them. We had Believer23, we had, I think it was Dark Spawn, Paladin, Ryle, plus a couple of others, Azrael, Black Azrael as well, also made an appearance. We had the Kingslayer, and one more other character, Oracle. That's right, we had the Oracle make their appearance. For this overall story rating, I gave it a 7 out of 10. As things draw closer and closer, we've already learnt that King doesn't want, that Spawn doesn't want the title of king, but he's being pursued by someone who wants him to take up the title as king. Then in this we also learnt that there's a little behind the scenes things that are happening in regards to just the discussion of like what's happening in the Spawn universe. And most of all, at the end of this story, we have now the introduction of a Kingslayer, who is a pretty big bloody bastard that may be sought out to actually kill Spawn himself. Whether that will happen or not, we'll find out. Until then, have yourself an awesome day and let's keep it colourful.